Okay, welcome everybody to Build an App Workshop part two, part two and three. If anyone showed up for part two last Saturday, I was sitting helpless without power because of a storm, and I am so sorry if you showed up and I wasn't here. So I'm going to make up for it, and we're going to do pretty much kind of a quickie part of part two. And we're going to go ahead and knock out part three, too, all by the end of an hour. So part two was creating online forms, and part three was some Canva images for your app. My name is Drew, and I am a silver consultant here with Archer Travel. All right, so this app workshop has three parts. Attend anytime. We build an app. Not everybody was there. It's totally fine. Power out. And today we're going to go through just building online form and some things for Canva, like doing these images. Okay, and here's all the links to these presentations. And I've merged workshop 2 and 3 link into one. So part 2 is creating forms, and we're supposed to click this link, but you don't have to because part 2 and 3 are on that link. And I'll send everybody the address. This. Okay. So let's talk about creating forms. Oops. We're going to learn to use a template, how to customize the forms. We'll start from scratch. We'll add a video background, and we'll importantly upload the credit card authorization form that all the agent get from Archer Travel. So, and then we can talk about creating an e-signature form. As far as Canva, things that are great, it's free. And the Jot forms we use free. And of course, we use the Jot forms app builder to create our free app. Using animations really make your posts, social media posts and stuff stand out. You can post directly to it. You want to say, oh, and if I talk too loud because I get all excited, please tell me. So we're going to download it as a GIF for your app and for documents, and we'll do MP4s or YouTube. Okay. And it's easy to create while on the go. Okay. In Canva, we're going to create an Instagram post, and we're going to do styles and templates. We're going to look at text. We're going to look at animations. We're going to go through elements, uploading your images, adding and editing a video. And this is just a reminder down here that a GIF is for documents and your free app on Jotforms. MP4 is video. I always try to do the GIF. Okay, here's all my info, so you can contact me at any time. Our goal is to create the forms and learn Canva part 2 and 3 all by the end of the hour. Now, I'm really bad about reading the chat box and nobody's muted, but maybe if someone's muted, and could they be like, could you ask? Okay, and here's a couple of sample of my forms, but I'm just going to show this real quick. This is part 2, learning about forms. So I've attached on here, it's kind of a step-by-step of how we got to where we need to be. So that should be helpful. Okay, very good. Now, let's start, but I'm going to show you one of the forms that I made. It's a quote form. All right. And of course, all of this is customizable. And we'll just go through this real quick. You customize all these words, things about stuff. Now, I usually have us kind of do everything together-ish, but we may do a really quickie more run through. But if you have a question, please give me a holler. Okay, so these are just samples of different elements. Come on. Okay. You can attach your GIF images so that, this is one that I made in Canva real easily. So that's cool. And then, hey, are you interested? Etc. So let's go ahead and make one. All right. Now, has everybody gone to this jotforms.com? That's where we are.
Yes.
Okay, good. Here we are. We're at jotforms.com. You can just hit this upper corner here, and it takes you to if you had created forms, but we're going to create a form, and you get 5 free forms. So let me show you just really quick templates. And although it's tempting to go ahead and just kind of use one of the 145 travel templates that they give you, I suggest that it's easier just to build it on your own. Okay, so let's say we were gonna, but it also kind of gives you a structure too. But that's up to you. But all this stuff can be created, start from scratch, or you change the name and you change all the typing and things like that, which is possible. Type thing. Okay. And all I did was click on it. You see how it's given me options here? Now you can also type right there, and you can change it around. Okay. So let's go ahead though, and let's start from scratch just so I can show you like the different elements. Okay, we're starting from scratch. Now, in order to get the really cool, beach background or whatever, it has to be in this card form. Now, the template that I was just, showing you or whatever, that's in classic form. Hey, that's totally cool. It's up to you. Now, one thing though in classic form is, that's a lot of scrolling. And the other thing is that you can't add the cool little, beach background videos and stuff unless it's in the card version, see? Okay. Let's go through here. We've got a brand new form. You can click, let's look at our settings, okay? And just go through all of these. You really should not have to use settings, things about stuff, fill out all of these things, set it to how you like it. Boom, you're done. Whenever you think you're done, you're never done until you hit publish. I can't emphasize that enough. Okay. Okay, so we're starting from scratch. All righty. Now, let's click on this little paintbrush here. All right. Now it's giving you options of how it can look or whatever. Okay. You can use an image that they give you. That's cool. Or you can pick one of the videos that they give it. Okay, there's a little person swimming in the ocean. Yes, a lot of fun. Much more interesting when you're filling out, info. And also, okay, so now let's just look at custom real quick. If you have a video, you really just go through those settings. Frankly, I've never changed a setting on a video. So, okay, how do we build our form? In anything in Jot apps, whether you're building a form or you're building your app, it's all about these different elements. Okay? So, let's add a section header. Boop. Okay. And we write our little name and we type in things about stuff. Or, of course, you can hit your little properties and change. Look at all these real good. Okay. So this is what they call your welcome. A header is like your welcome page. Like, here's my welcome page. And this is okay. So now let's add the next card that's going to slide through. We want their name. Okay, here we go. You can close this. You can either type, you can click on it, double click on it, or here's your little settings. Okay, change all this, customize it. Do you want it left, right? But the most important thing here is this required button. You see how it gives a little star? So if I was doing the thingy and that was required when I hit next, burp, it can't go any further. So I think for like maybe email and are you the responsible party? Also, I found out that maybe require the whole name. So in case they have an incentive voucher or something like that, some people kind of want to maybe fill out a quote, but like not commit too much or whatever. That's your preference. So let's make sure to do that. Here's other options. You want to make them add their middle name, things about stuff in advance. I don't ever mess with this. Okay. Okay. So name. Oh, let's next card, email. Right here on this little button, it says basically, do they need a verification code? Two-step, up to you. Remember, is it required or not? All of this is the same. All of it's you see, you'll just have to go through that and make it show. Now, let's okay, address, uh, phone. So it's gonna give you the basics. And let's say that I'm like, I don't want a phone number. Burp, it's out of there, right? Or let's say that we decided we want an address before the email. Okay, just move that around, no problem. They can pick dates, touch the little calendar thing. My date says, I think departure date and end date. Is what I believe mine says, or something like that. Up to you. They can make an appointment. They can e-signature your form. Okay, so we'll upload the credit card authorization one, or they can just sign what you have. Of course, you have to do the credit card authorization form, but it doesn't have to look as cute as what they e-sign there. Now, let me show you this. If I choose fill in the blank, okay, this is a fill in the blank. They have to, you know, really, they have to tell you about things, right? And then it requires them, they will have to type it in there. Fair enough. I won't make you bear my typing. Okay, so, but you you see how mine right here, um, I've added a win and a two and put in chosen date, but and that they would type it. But this one is a drop down. And this one is a drop down here. They have to choose numbers and things like that. Now, you see how all of mine are on one card? And this will also just show you what the other ones mean. Okay, so there's fill in the blank. Here's a little um, add text, add thingies. Okay, so do we want to add where they type their email in again? I don't know, but that's what that does. Okay, and so, drop down things about stuff. Now, let's go through what we're talking about. Alrighty, we've added a card. You ask a question, they type the answer in there. And of course, by changing, all through right here and type a description, that's that tiny text right there, okay? Remember, is it required or not? Okay, long text, that's correct. They can write as much as they want. Of course, on short text, I'm not sure if they can just keep on typing, to be determined. I'll let you know, find out. Okay, here's our drop down. Okay, where we'll type a question. Yeah, and then we're gonna click our little drop down. Option 1, yes. Option 2, no. Option 3, don't know. Okay. And that's going to be the drop down option. Just that easy. That's how you program it. Okay. Let's look at some other ones. Here's yes, no. I think that's really great one, of course. This is kind of common sense. Single choice. Yeah. You type which ones, and if you don't want 3 or 4, of course you can delete it, right? All right, now here's our image. Well, this is in my image shorts. Let's do just image. Okay, so look, I create some, I don't want that. What do I do? Get it on out of there. Yeah. This is when I uploaded, okay, properties, things about stuff. This is where you upload your little file, all your logos and pictures, QR codes, QR codes. All right, it's uploading and it'll pop in right there and you can type stuff. You can add a link. So just play with these, things. Do I want a link? I don't know. Things about stuff. Okay, let's go on to, I think this is pretty, pretty, you can have a time. All right, now let's talk about at the very end. My thing is covering it. Okay, see this, it says edit the thank you page. Okay. This is what they'll get once they're done and have sent it to you. And in form settings, you'll be like, my business name is this, and my email is this. And you'll get an email and you change what it says and things about stuff, but it will have all the questions and answers in a readable form. You know, so I'm going to, you just read all about it. So wonderful. So that's your thank you page. Now, if you forget about it and stuff, this is what it looks like. So it's totally fine. Okay, so now we've kind of built something basic. Let's hit publish. Our bestie friend, old publish, our little buddy. Okay, boom, there it is. Now, for the free version of Jotforms, it has to say better than the Jotform, whenever things about stuff. But if you hit the little pencil, you can add your name to the end of it at least or something. Yeah. So at least the end of it has your name. Okay. And you can always check it out. Let's just open it in the new tab. How does it look? That's what we said. And things about stuff. And with this way. Okay. So being like that, that's fine. And if you were texting, I like to text my app and any forms that they may need. This is your link. You copy this link, you can text it to someone, they press it, boom, they've got your free quote link or whatever. Here is, okay, so that is that. Now, let's just go through how we would upload a credit card authorization form. So let's go back to our form builder. And I'm gonna have to okay, so here's homepage again. And on the forms, there's the form I just made right there. There's one. So if you're not going to use the form or it's like a something, you need to move it to the trash. If we press create a form, yeah, the platform, sorry. If you go to, oh, I guess I could use, I think the easiest thing to do right now, and I'm just problem solving here, is to remember when I said this is basically it, how we get to where we need to be. There's your form settings, and we went through template. Okay, right up here where it says import form, you click it, and it asks you to upload your form PDF, and you click it, and then it's going to pull up right in front of you, and then you can add your pictures and maybe add more form elements, but it's the exact form, that is fillable. You're just putting your decoration on it that Archer Travel needs, okay? Okay, now I don't want to deal with Wi-Fi forms. I think I could probably, let's move on. Oh, look, I snuck it in there. Okay, import form. You can import from your web page, things about stuff. Let's import our credit card authorization form that we need for everything we do relating to Archer Travel. Okay, there it is. It's uploading. Beep, bop, boop, bop. And there it is. Okay. And here's your elements. Okay, so that's the original. I think everybody can recognize that. Here it is in this form, and you can add elements and things about stuff. Okay. Now, that's a pretty fast, that's part two. Okay. Let's go ahead and please, if you have questions or you're like, you kind of doing it while we talk, and please let us know. It's okay. Okay. This is where we are. There's your Canva. Okay. So Canva, and there's a lot of training on Canva as far as your mock booking trainings and things like that. I know Sharabi does a great one. She's so cute. That I really enjoyed. So you may not need as much, but I'm just going to show you a couple of things in case you didn't know it. If you totally couldn't care less about Canva, then congratulations, you just finished part two. Or no, you don't need part three. Okay, anyway, let's create a design. We're just going to go through it. I think we're on plenty of time. And if I start yelling, please let me know because I'll upload to the YouTube and I'll be like, man, I'm hollering. No one can hear me properly. Okay, so did everybody see that I created an Instagram post square? Okay. Yeah, I always want to create with the Instagram post square. Why? It's the easiest to upload to all the social medias. Boom. It's just that simple. Of course, there's also maybe you want to do your Facebook cover. Okay, it'll give you, but for the most part, on a digital footprint, you want to do Instagram post square. Now, I'm just going to show you, this is the app we built on Jotforms. And if we just went through the Jotforms, form part, if you click app builder part, really, you just made it through part one. I mean, it's just so simple. Okay, so all of these images are different ones that I've made on Canva. Okay. And there's my quote form. So they can actually do the quote while they're at the beach. So I'm going to show you. And if you see one, you're like, how did you do that one? Then, please let me know. Okay. So we're going to go through real quick. We started an Instagram post. Okay. We have a whole half hour. If you want to play around, while we're doing this, please do. There's two ways this is our Instagram post. We are ready to create. You see on the left there is on design. Okay, there's two ways to design. Let's start with styles first. Okay. Now it gives you, would you like this color or, these colors look good together. Okay, so you pick your background color. A different way to pick your background color is, of course, to hit the little color square. Okay, and uh, let's just do this. Wait, why aren't you closing? Uh, uh, I'm not sure. I'm at a okay, there we go. Now, stupid, whatever. Here's all the things, lots of things. Now, let's go through the basics and let's start with our text. Ready? You can add the words like this. Sorry, that size, this size, and that size. You can move it around. It's really good about doing the dimensions for your. Okay. Now, let's click on this. Okay, you can change your fonts, change your size. Of course, to change the lettering. But also, if you double click on the color here, you see how you get a little paintbrush? Just just for future reference or whatever, you can custom color um your lettering. So just double clicking. Things about stuff. I think we know all about this. So let's learn about how to animate it. Okay. We're going to click animate. Okay. And here's our options. So do we want it to rise up, go that way? Do you like that? Okay. And here's another one. And let's say this animation, we want to come from the side. So I like it when you kind of are making decisions that it's going to show you how the whole thing looks. And same thing with this. Now let's skate in there. Okay, so that's how we do that. Now, what I use more often than that are, you see these down here below, got you some little sample letterings. Anything with a crown, you have to pay for. Anything without a crown, totally free to use. So of course I use this one a lot. And you have to double click and you have to change the lettering. But it's gonna have a little bit more effect. Of course, you can go to animate, make that one do like this, and this is how I think those animations make a huge difference in your social media posts. All right, now what I want to do now is let's add a page. If that's page one, right here up in this add a page. So it gave you basically the same background, and then you can change your lettering or delete it. You can copy a page. See how this page and maybe on this one, you just wanted to only change the color. That's all. Okay, does that make sense? If you don't like it, always a trash can. Okay. If you want page one to be, no, let's not do that. Okay, now here's a sample of, let me show you this. This is, I made this on Canva. And if you have different pages, okay, so now we see where we got all of that from. Which is, okay, now this is how I had the different images be animated. That one, this one's drifting in. And each one of these are a picture on a different page. And so all it's doing is scrolling through your different pages. Okay. Now, let's go back to learning more about just the basics. Let's add a page. And let's go through our elements right here. Right. Arrow, of course. Arrows, lines, shapes, things about stuff, the very basics. I love so much these stickers. Okay. You just click it. Now we have, have the fireworks or whatever. We're to point out. So they have all these, ways to make yourself stand out. Yeah, which is very, very cool. And there's a ton of them. A ton. So those are all those. Now let's say that I added this beautiful whatever it is. I don't like that. Delete it. I like those two. Cool. All right. Now let's say though that this one, like, it's covered. So let's right click and let's go to layer and we're going to bring it to the front. Now it's in front of it. Okay, let's go to upload an image. This is where you're gonna upload all your pictures, and things about stuff. Just upload there. And when it uploads, then it keeps it for you, which is always very helpful. Just click it. Boop. Okay, now there's my QR code. And sometimes I'm a QR code, then I'll be adding some pictures or something. Always before you're done, right click on your layer and always make sure it's in the front. Because it's like the tiniest speck of this, you didn't see it, was covering it in any way it wouldn't work, and that would really be silly. Okay, so that's what I wanted to show you as far as style is concerned. Let's go back to design. And let's just, for simplicity factor, say I totally changed my mind about what I'm making. Okay. That's okay. Now let's go to template. Here's all your templates. The ones with the crowns are the ones you have to pay for. However, they're videos, okay? And that's where I go for the good stuff. Okay, now let's say we pick this. I want to show you something really important about videos as far as for your posting sake and just in general in life. You can't edit the video. I've never used edit, but I know a lot of that has to do with paying for it, so I don't ever go there. Okay, but let's make sure that this video loops around. It doesn't start, it keeps on going. Now you can change the speed of the waves and whatnot. Now let's go to where it says 16 seconds, the length of my video. You want your video to be as short as possible for simplicity's sake. Of course, we're downloading. So if it's just waves rolling in and it's going to repeat, then it could actually be a pretty short video because it's just going to start again. So try to always shorten that if you can. You can also animate it. These are all the same. Just play around with it. Okay, so let's say we're done with that. Now we want to add one of these pictures we uploaded. There it is. Boop. Video still plays and everything. Yes. Now, here's undo. Okay. It gives you the words and stuff that you can change yourself because it thinks, hey, that's what this design. You can also delete it, move around. So, and of course, at any time you can go back to the old classics, the the good stuff. Okay. So about the videos, let's try to keep them short. Okay, now let's say I'm just gonna go home. I'm pressing right here in the corner there. Okay. And on this right side here, projects, that's you. It also will kind of have it here. And here's all the projects. Let's just say we're gonna let's open. Let's see if is it really good. Oh, here it is. Okay. Now this is one that I made. The template I use, looks like a CD player, you know, or there's a TV. Some of them, here's a tip. When you click on some of them, you see where it says remove watermarks. If that didn't have a crown on it, sometimes the only watermark is maybe the sparkle or something. So if you press on it and it didn't have a crown and you see where it says like remove watermark, that means there's like a sparkle that's trademarked on there or something. So that took me a while to figure out, but as long as it doesn't have the crown, always. Some of the crowns have the. Okay, now let's go to upload. You can upload a video just as easy as you can upload a picture. And and so you can just add it like an image. Sorry about that. But that's a video from when I was at a show. So videos are no problem. I was rocking out. That's right. So there's videos. I mean, kind of getting near the end because it's really just, and finding all these in the bottom of stickers. I know are some videos that they offer. I always find, of course, what my process is. I'm gonna make something. I pick the whichever one, looks cool. I changed it to my info. And now let's pay attention to and see if we press Luke Forever on our little waves, which is always great for like beach. And we changed our time, 4 seconds, really. Because you do see where it starts spinning over. Let's make sure, though, that we know what we're doing when we're saving it. Yeah. One last step. We rock that. Okay. Now, this is super important. Collaboration link. Anyone with the link can view. Let's do this. Let's start one because I'm going to show you what it does by default. And it took me a while to figure out. If okay, we're on share. Collaboration link. The link you share. Only you can access. Right? Because then you share it and all they get is a link, negative. Anyone with the link, they can edit in, can view for sure. Maybe you want them comment, not sure, up to you. Okay, so always make sure that is anyone can view. Now let's download. Oh, the extra picture. Okay, well, let's just look at some of the things. Okay, here's fun or whatever. All right, so anyone with link can view. Check download. I'm gonna have to use my brain and find something. We have 7 minutes. Oh, that's it. Okay. Here we go. And see, I just cheat. I just pick one that they have. And sometimes you don't know if it's gonna, when you look at it, like if you hold your mouse on there for just a little bit, it will start playing to let it's a video or whatever. It'll give you that little timestamp. Oh yes. So we're sharing and okay, they can view. Triple check. Okay, and we're downloading MP4 video. YouTube. You can also post using an MP4 video, okay? But yeah, that's for your app and for documents. Because of course on our presentation, we saw that had all these, get app and forms, okay, and then we would download it and it goes the same. But I wanted to also show you that you can share on your social. Alrighty. And in the settings, you put your links and stuff. But if I love that and I wanted to share, right? Boop pop, it's sending it. It's gonna be on my Facebook. Just link all of your accounts when you a lot of it will do it for you if you use your Google login, of course. It knows it all. Okay, so it will prepare it and that's it. So and it will send it. So that's how I made each one of these. It's really easy. I mean, this was like 24 megabytes or something, which seems pretty large, but technology these days. So, I mean, this one with the video is huge, but and also I posted it on Facebook or whatever, no problem at the size. Just see, boop, doop, it's published. And so you can just kick it to all of the ones just as easy, you know, things about stuff. So I love that as well. Um, let's see if we can identify this. This was a template video of an ocean I picked out. You know, this text right here, I picked one and I changed the typing. Here's one of my arrow elements. Here's my QR code that I'm going to double check again right now anyway to always make sure it's on the front. And that's it. That is Canva in 30 minutes. I saw that someone typed something, but I am not good at reading. What we can do real oh, Sylvia, I'm so sorry. Do you want to stay after the hour and I'll go through it slower? It is on the YouTube too. So I'm sorry that yeah, I don't read the chat box well. If you want to stay with me and at the point where we're like, whoa, okay, I'm lost. And I help you through it, I'd be more than glad to. Um,
No, it's okay. It will probably take me a really long time to like get through the all the steps, so it's fine.
Okay, well, in the presentation, then has all my info, and let me share this again. Here. No. Okay. There we go. And here's the link to what we did, where we were all, and it also combines the forms and the Canva. There's whole all the and everything's clickable links. So this may also help you because it takes you how we got where as far as the forms are concerned. Now, because we said awesome and we did it so fast, I can show you real quick if everybody's like, yeah, I have learned enough on that. Let's make the best of the last 4 minutes that we have. Okay. Jot forms. That's where we built our form that we were just on using our free jot form. Um, okay, let's try. Um, okay, all right. Is what we built our app on. Oh, jot form is what we built our app on. If instead of clicking form builder, you clicked app builder, then it's exactly the same thing. Okay, here we are. I'm pretending I'm a nobody because I haven't logged in. Let's go to click chat forms, products, app builder, and or mobile app. Chat form app, doesn't matter. Anything about an app, mobile app. All right. This is what we used to trick it. Build our app builder. I don't know. Probably all you gonna really need to know. Okay. Is where we built our apps. I'm not gonna force you to. sit here but just know that instead of hitting form builder, you would hit app builder. Anything from anybody as we flew through those, but hopefully as far as a form, you can do, at least to use a pre-template. But if you want to start from scratch, you can add the video to the car. And so you get to have a template, or you get to upload, import a form. And then on Canva, just don't forget to use Instagram posts. And we know that basically, now you see how I did all of that. And then it's turning pages. And the animations, the picture animations, are what you choose to, you click on them instead of the text. It lets you animate. And so it's flipping through the pages, and with each picture, that one's drift, this one's scrapbook, things about stuff. And that's how I get it, just to basically have a little reel. Really easy. And although it is kind of a large file, uploads to Facebook. I texted it to people. It's, easy peasy. And we know how to upload to our social media. So that was the condensed version of part 2 and part 3. And I'm going to stop the recording now, but please know I so appreciate you being here. And for anyone that was here when I was not here last week, that stupid power, I'm so sorry again. Contact me anytime. And thank you very much. Have a great evening.
Thank you. You too.
Thank you.
It's my pleasure. Yes, yes, yes.
Bye.
Bye. Have a great one, y'all.